Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we launch our very first podcast episode. This is Two Jiujiteiras. I'm Babs,
I'm Katie.
and we welcome you today. Just a quick little blip on us. So, I have been doing jujitsu for about a year and a half, and I'm currently a one stripe white belt. So, in case you didn't know, this podcast is going to be all about jujitsu. I started out in the women's only class. Thank you, Katie. She was the one that converted me over here. Well, I do need to give some credit to my husband as well, but I started out in Katie's class. And now I attend both the women's classes and co-ed classes.
I've been doing jiu-jitsu probably close to 10 years now. I'm a one-stripe brown belt. You're welcome. I twisted your arm.
Literally.
Yeah. And I started jiu-jitsu. My husband was away every Tuesday and Thursday doing judo. And I thought, I want to do martial art, but I didn't want to do the same thing.
Too many throws.
yeah, falling's hard. So I thought, if with a law enforcement background, I kind of wanted to know something. If somebody's already knocked me to the ground and I need to fight my way back up, if I'm still standing, I'm gonna take my out and come back later. But so that's kind of what started me in jiu-jitsu, and I was instantly hooked, like immediately addicted. So
it is pretty addictive.
So now I coach. I'm a women's only coach, and just starting to dip my toe in a little bit of competition,
which is awesome. But so as as we're both female jiu-jitsu practitioners, we are very passionate about the sport and the art of it, and we just wanted to share that passion with all of you. Growing the jiu-jitsu community is very important. So here we are. Stick with us. It is going to be the long game, of course. We hope to be around for a very long time. We want to get into many of the different topics within the different layers of jiu-jitsu. I'm sure for those of you that are very much integrated, you probably follow a million different jiu-jitsu pages, podcasts, blog posts, just whatever, and get a lot in your feed. You live and breathe jiu-jitsu. But for those of you that are on the sidelines, maybe you've got friends or family in it, kind of debating it, stick with us. We are going to talk about all things jiu-jitsu from start to finish because, of course, as a one-stripe white belt, I am very new to the journey of jiu-jitsu. So there's Katie would have more experience with the experience and things to share with you, but just as a newbie, I'd have that to add to the table. So it is the long game, and so we hope you do stick with us, and because it's not the destination, it's the journey. Of course, our lovely Ralph Waldo Emerson's quote.
The podcast is designed for everyone. So even though we're two female practitioners, we love that this would reach an audience. Like gender really doesn't matter. If you're on the fence about starting in jiu-jitsu or another sport, or if you've been doing jiu-jitsu for years, there's no doubt be like related content along the way. It's more about females progressing in the sport, and we wanted to add our body of knowledge and experience, and just kind of give it from our point of view as voices of females in the sport. So, of course, we're also grateful to know amazing men and women in the sport and invite them to come along and show us and tell us their stories and their wisdom.
Yeah. So, essentially we'll have different topics that, we'll just banter back and forth on, and we're going to obviously have people on the show. And again, like as we speak to, that's for everyone. It's not specific, even for people that don't practice or have no interest, but if they're just curious about it, it's just really from our perspective, to kind of help with just life in general. So it's really about you guys. It's, hopefully we can offer some valuable content. We're not the authority on it, of course. We just kind of just chit-chatting through different things to kind of help you guys along the way with, whatever your journey is, whether it's jiu-jitsu or not. And hopefully, because we do want to try and convert you guys, and so we will keep plugging in there. But of course, for those of you that are already in and integrated in it, it's just a matter of relatable content. You'll have some laughs, some things that you know all too well, maybe some things that you didn't know, and that will help you take ownership of your training, have a better experience in your clubs, feeling more a part of the community. So depending on, how many times a week you train, how does that training look for you? So these are all things that over time that will get into more heavier topics, more detailed topics, have people, higher up than us, more experience, hopefully to come in and sit with us and share their experience as well. Oh, and as well from different areas, not just a matter of longevity in the sport, but, across the board, because, we're in the Maritimes here. And, but I mean, jiu-jitsu is the world. So there are people all over that we'd love to nab and get here and share their stories and give us their wisdom. So yeah, that's basically what you can expect from us. We are new to this, so please be patient. I am not a tech savvy person, and I'm learning all of the gadgets as well as how to get things edited and set up. We will be streaming this podcast across all the podcast services and also on YouTube. Stay tuned for the video aspect of it though, because we are, again, still in learning. So we're doing the audio files on the YouTube. So you'll see our logo, of course, but it is 2Jiujiteiras. We are also on Instagram. It's 2_Jiujiteiras. Of course, you'll see the links in the feeds, in the show notes on the streaming services, so you'll be able to connect that way. We will be posting fun content, inspirational stuff, news, upcoming events in our local area, as well as things that we'll be doing. The goal would hopefully be to travel, visit other clubs, get people's, quick interviews, things. Again, also learning. I have been on Instagram, but I consider myself an old fogey, so to get the young ones to show me how to do different things and keep up with you guys. So anyway, so stay tuned for that. Katie and I will be working together on bringing you awesome content, and you get to listen to us banter back and forth.
Yeah, it's good times. But no, I think a lot of it is just going to be like to kind of help people improve the communication with their training partners or maybe their coaches. Little things that we've learned along the way in our training, just things that we can help to improve on and help people along. And then also any kind of feedback where other people have to offer. So in talking with other practitioners and stuff, their tips and tricks to jiu-jitsu and that kind of thing.
And to not give up.
Yeah.
Not give up. That's the big one.
It's true. So many people start and then they have these little hiccups and, injuries are one of them. And, it's hard to get back on the mats after you had a little bit of a time frame off or a little bit of a break. But I guess we're just going to carry you through that, hopefully.
Yep. And you'll hear us with our aches and pains and our funny stories along the way, which we definitely have some, even in my short stint. I've definitely got some good ones.
Oh, for sure. I think a lot of white belt is where you really overcome a lot of the initial hurdles, especially like anxiety. Who's like, you're that person on the mats, like, pick me, I need a partner, like that.
But I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm the lowly white belt,
Yeah.
but you're not. You're very important, and people keep saying that to me. Just keep showing up, and it's a true story.
Yeah.
Even I have had a couple of little injuries. I'm getting used to like the aches and pains above and beyond aging, and just showing up and actually watching the class, taking notes, getting an opportunity to take good pictures and videos for the club. That's kind of fun too, because it just really promotes everybody there. So anyways, just you'll hear us banter about these types of stories and, maybe a class that really didn't go well or days that like, I'm on top of the world. It was amazing.
The silent drive home.
I've been beat. I'm going to go rage eat now.
Yeah. Those types of moments.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
And, we're looking forward to, Katie had an awesome idea. We're eventually going to try to get kind of like a online hotline that you guys can call in and share these funny stories as well, because really we're sharing our experiences, but it's about you guys. Like we want to, have this content that is like really for you that you can relate to and take away from. So you guys being able to actually engage in it and share us your rant stories. So what went well, some funnies, or, just stories that you do want to share that we can put on the show questions, and then we can speak to those things. So please stay tuned. I know we've been joking around about a rant track, so you'll see that slowly come up on IG. Again, technology that I'm learning. So please be patient. And also, oh, sorry, Katie.
No, I was going to joke and be like, everyone's going to call in with their first fart story.
It's a real thing.
Yeah. I'll tell you mine eventually.
We do have the stories, and you have to stick with us to hear them because they'll be peppered throughout all the different episodes. So, you got to be here for them. But, it's we want to evolve alongside your journey and as we're all evolving. So on top of that, we do appreciate constructive feedback. I'll say that in a kind way, because again, we aren't the authority on things. There could be stuff that we miss. There's nothing that's set in stone. Every club's different, protocols, things like that. We're going to do the best with what we have. Yeah. And so if there are things, we're here to learn. Absolutely. That's the whole point.
Everyone's going to have their own point of view.
Exactly.
And,
and that's okay. That's totally okay. But just in a kind manner, we want to make sure that, as we're talking in groups and whatnot, Instagram comments, things of that nature, like keep it nice, people. Keep it kind.
Yeah, I agree.
And other than that, because really it's just kind and in the spirit of growth, because, hey, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
So, we thank you so much for being here. This was our first one, and stay tuned for the second episode of Jiujiteiras.
Yeah. Catch you on the next roll.